The sun is rising, the land is peaceful. It's so amazing that I can see. I want you to know, yeah. Say, I am the future, yeah. Yeah. I'm not ashamed. I am the winner, the champion. Everybody knows. I am a warrior, fearless. Yeah. I am the greatest, the strongest, the finest. Yeah.
The Governor Umo Eno administration in Akwa Ibom State has continued to demystify politics to give power to the people. The governor is preoccupied with making governance more people-oriented and participatory in all ramifications, with special interests in aggressive rural development, this being the second plank of his Arise agenda. The recent appointment of 368 personal assistants to the governor from the 368 wards in the state means that no part of its grassroots would be left out in the development spree of the government. Inaugurating the 368 personal assistants to the governor at the Government House Banquet Hall, Uyo, Governor Umo Eno said the appointment of the personal assistants was in fulfillment of his promise to return power to the people, especially in the rural areas, which he considers the nucleus of developments of the state.
Had promised to return power to the people. In line with our party mantra, and power to the people really means power to the people at the grassroots. And that's what we're trying to do. So this morning, I'm sure everyone is happy that we're gathered here from all across the world in this state, represented by each person, to be inaugurated as personal assistants to help us in the rural areas, to strengthen the party, and to be an eye for the governor in your different areas. We had insisted that everyone that has been picked will live within their wards. And I hope this is the true situation. But let me warn that if at any time we find out that you are not living in your ward, we will not hesitate to remove you. Because we want people that will give us reports on the ground in their various wards. So if you take this appointment and we later find out that you are in Uyo, or you are not living within your own ward, please, the same way we have appointed you today, we will disappoint you. Because the hand that has appointed can also disappoint.
Beyond the 368 personal assistants, the governor also announced the appointment of a political advisor and 3 honorary special advisors to assist in the coordination and effective engagements of the new appointees.
Formally, the appointment of a political advisor to the governor in the person of Akparawa Godwin Ntugode this morning. think this is the first time we are appointing a full political advisor to the governor. And just like we have the economic advisor. That has nothing to do with the special advisor, Bureau of Political and Legislative Matters. That has absolutely nothing. That is a bureau headed by a special advisor. This is a political advisor to the government. You'll be working with 3 honorary special advisors that will head their individual senatorial districts, and they will help coordinate all of us from our different senatorial districts.
While the political advisor and honorary special advisors are seasoned political stakeholders and administrators, the personal assistants are to serve as liaison officers of the governor and as the middlemen in the good governance transaction of the administration. It is instructive to note that despite having all the rights and privileges to do so, Governor Eno had no hand in selecting any of his own personal aides, having returned that right to the community leaders in the respective wards to select any young person who must reside in the community.
We want truly to get people back to our rural areas. We sent a bill to the House concerning the chairman, and the House reminded us that there is already an existing law, and that compels leaders, the chairman, vice, secretary, to live within their local government area. While we may play down because the tenure of this present crop of leaders at the local government level is wearing out, I can promise, by the grace of God, as long as I remain governor, by the next election or transition, whatever, we will, in fact, it will be part of the things you sign, that you will stay in your local government. It is not a punishment. It is just to help develop that area. We want to take development to that area. And if you are a chairman, secretary, everyone, permanent ruler, we all stay within our local. After all, you are appointed for that local government. You are elected for that local government. I used to reside in Eket. And after my election, I moved into Uyo. So it's just natural that you stay within your people. You'll be able to ensure that things go well. If you can't stay in a place and you don't have light, you don't have water, you don't have roads, stay there, because that's why they elected you to make it happen.
With this, a clinical demonstration of the definition of democracy with the thrust of active participation by the people is exemplarily displayed in Akwa Ibom State, where the governor, Pastor Umo Eno, has ensured that in line with the dictates of democracy, and indeed the motto of his political party, he has given power to the people. While inaugurating the new appointees, Governor Eno hinted that his government had a large basket of fruits for very many people, urging those unable to make it in the early appointments to keep their cool and wait for more emerging opportunities, such as the planned engagement of 4,000 people in the Security Enhancement Initiative of his administration, the Neighborhood Watch Program, to be coordinated by his new Ministry of Internal Security.
I've also appealed to those that have not been favored this time. Let's don't make too much noise about it. We are moving slowly. Right now, I'm aware that the Ministry of Internal Security is recruiting neighborhood watchers, because we feel that you know the people in your community more. In every village, in every unit, we are recruiting one person. And we believe that some units have, some villages have 3 units, 4 units. So you have like 4 people. You should be able to come together and monitor what happens in your village and report promptly to us so that we can inform the security agents. That recruitment is going on. I think they are profiling now. All of these things are ways to ensure that we bring peace to our villages. So please, I'm sure there will be opportunity for someone again in your unit.
This, he said, will be furthered by the engagement of 40 young persons that will be sent for training in Songhai farms, Porto Novo, ahead of the integrated farm project of his administration in the state, in line with the agricultural development plan of his Arise agenda.
We are sending about 40 persons to Songhai farms in Port Novo. The Honorable Commissioner for Agriculture is coordinating that. It's one per local government. We want to be sure that, and the Honorable Commissioner for Agriculture has the criteria. There are people who have interest in agriculture. Either they studied agriculture in school or they already have an enterprise. She knows. She will pick. Don't let them bring pressure on you. We will pick those people, send them to train, because later this month we are starting our first Ibom Songhai model farm. So by the time they come back, they fit into the farm. We are trying to create all of these opportunities. I'm taking time to talk to you so that as you go to the villages, you can help us spread this message. Every government has its focus. The focus of this government is on rural development.
Governor Umo Eno charged the new personal aides to be diligent in their duty and serve as competent disciples. He warned them against arrogating powers to themselves, advising that their appointments had not made them political heads in their respective communities.
You see, you must understand the role that God has given to you and graciously go and reconcile with people. Don't use this position to create disunity. Your work is to go and bring people together. I know that some of you, like myself, did merit to be here. Grace brought us. And a man that grace has found should live within that grace. And grace will teach you to be humble. Grace will teach you to respect people. Grace will teach you that even when they abuse you, you keep quiet. So don't go back and become lords. Follow my footsteps. If you are going to be my PA, follow my footsteps of respect to everyone and try to unite the people in your ward.
State Chairman of the People's Democratic Party, PDP, Elder Onyeka Akpan, appreciated the governor for the lofty initiative and assured the people of a democratic, unbiased selection of the names of appointees.
Your Excellency, on behalf of the party, I want to appreciate this responsibility that is given to us. We took time. That's why it would seem as if we were being delayed. But we wanted to ensure that your directive were adhered to as much as possible. And so the people you see here in this hall, as you directed, are people that are residents in their various ward communities. The selection was carefully done across all the wards, and they have been made. And we know that among them, we have very responsible men and women, people that have worked for the party over the years. And Your Excellency, during our campaign, we noticed that there were people within the local communities who were complaining that sometimes after election they are always neglected, they are always forgotten. But you gave this directive that first appointment will be for people that are resident in their various wards. And Your Excellency, you have kept to that promise. And today, you invited all of them seated here to come for inauguration.
One of the appointees, Mr. Aniefiorudo James, while appreciating the governor for the opportunity given to them, pledged their readiness to deliver and make the grassroots feel the wind of good governance blowing across Akwa Ibom State.
For those who started this business in 1999, it has never happened. His Excellency, sir, this is your brainchild. For you to create a situation where all the local people that are in the villages doing election to come up before the state. I thank you, sir. I thank you, sir. It is an opportunity because it has never happened. There are so many of us here who have not been opportune to know or to talk to His Excellency. But today, we have created a situation in which, oh God in heaven, His Excellency, sir, I salute you. God is great. God is great. 1,001 of us would have not seen His Excellency or talked to him. But because of his own creation, this is a baby child of the golden man.
Meanwhile, the members of the State Executive Council of Akwa Ibom State Government have ended a 4-day retreat with a joint resolve to better their outputs in the delivery of service to the people of Akwa Ibom State, in line with Pastor Umo Eno's Arise Agenda Blueprint. The retreat with the theme Arise Agenda, Mapping the Future, which was held at Eco Hotel, Lagos, was coordinated by Mrs. Mfonusoro in partnership with Financial Derivatives Company Limited. Eminent resource persons like former Governor Mr. Udom Emmanuel, Mr. Bismarck Riwane, Professor Oluwole Ajayi, Dr. Emmanuel Ekuwem, Dr. Clement Inanugo, Anhad Narula, Mrs. Ubehi Ire Okafor, among others, facilitated knowledge-sharing sessions where the economic outlook of the nation and state were analyzed and targets set for the state government generally and specific ministries, departments, and agencies. The facilitators and participants agreed that the general economic target of the state government will be to grow at least 3% above the national GDP and to significantly increase revenue by increasing internally generated revenue, public-private partnerships, and adopting innovative infrastructure funding alternatives. All the ministries and other units of government critical to the Arise agenda made presentations highlighting the needs, execution timelines, resources required, and sustainability plan on projects under their watch. These presentations were subjected to both peer review and subject matter experts' scrutiny before being accepted. Speaking on the retreat upon his return to the state, Governor Umo Eno said the retreat was part of his team-building strategy for implementation of the Arise agenda.
This is the first, I call it team building. If you have a team, you put them together. Even Jesus did it. You take them out, talk with them. This is all of the Arise agenda we had to download and then distill it properly to the various ministries, the work that all of us will do. So we believe that we're now good to go, and all the ministries, all of us know what we are to do, when we are to do it, and That's what we had to do. So we have a full roadmap, and we now implementation plan of the Arise agenda now.
It is instructive to note that aside the members of the State Executive Council, where Chairman, Internal Revenue Service, select permanent secretaries, select aides of the governor, State Chairman of Nigerian Labour Congress (NLC), Trade Union Congress (TUC), Nigerian Union of Teachers (NUT), and Nigeria Union of Journalists (NUJ), and other stakeholders. In another development, Governor Umo Eno has hinted that he will meet with stakeholders of the 31 local government areas to share ideas on modalities to best implement the proposed one project per local government area initiative. Governor Eno was speaking at the October edition of Monthly Covenant Service held at the Banquet Hall, Government House, Uyo.
So the world leaders plus critical people, everybody again cannot be in the list. What are we coming to do? It's just to be able to share what we plan to do in each local government in the next 3 months. So we want to put it open so that you go back home, think about it, and within the week you tell us your pain points, your need. We have those needs, but we just want you again to look at them, whether it's a school, it's a hospital, it's water, whether it's market. They are rural things, and we want to start with that. We believe that you should be able to look at the shopping list and say, this is what we want.
A governor of the people, Governor Umo Eno, in his address to the state, sequel to his serial victories at the Governorship Election Petitions Tribunal, has called on all the hitherto contenders to join hands with him to build Akwa Ibom State. While dedicating the victory to the people of Akwa Ibom State, Governor Eno noted that politics was over and that governance requires all hands to be in the deck, irrespective of party sentiments, in order to move the state to the desired destination.
Feeling of gratitude to the Akwa Ibom people for their unwavering support. Feeling of confidence in the judiciary, who painstakingly looked at all the issues and delivered judgment accordingly. That's the feeling. That's the feeling. So we thank God for everything. And let me use this opportunity to ask my brothers that we need to come back together. Like I said in the release, we're all Akwa Ibomites. We can work together. These seats God will give to one person at a time. And we believe that this time God has destined that I serve Akwa Ibom in this capacity. And so I invite all of my brothers to let's work together. If we can do this across party line, why can't we do it amongst ourselves as Akwa Ibomites?
It is becoming crystal clear that Governor Umo Eno is on a steady progress of delivering tangible dividends to the people of the state. The testimonies are bold and beautiful that indeed a golden era has been hoisted in Akwa Ibom State. This appetizing delicacy of good governance is a product of the condiments of passion, dedication, innovation, creativity, and exemplary leadership. The golden era is glittering, and Akwa Ibom State is shining.
This is the only state we call our motherland. Akwa Ibom people, arise and shine, for your light has come.
wanna get in front with them,